Hello UPSB, this is Monk, most recently known as XXX, and today I'm going to be talking about the reason why UPSB is so behind in terms of pen spinning. And just a huge disclaimer, this is based on speculation, so don't take it as gospel. Alright, so the main reason why is because of cultural difference. And you're going to say, well, Monk, UPSB is international. No, it's not, because 90% of the spinners that actually represent UPSB are from the US and Canada. Roughly 90%, a huge majority. And the main reason why I say it's cultural difference is because culture is what defines the way it dictates the way we think and how we act. And you can see that when spinners try to be flashy, while at the same time disregarding fundamental refinement. And that's important because it leads to lack of foundation. As a result, your spinning becomes way shittier compared to other spinners. And it's kind of like watching a French CV from low to mid and sometimes high tier. Alright, so another indicator that it's cultural difference is that we focus on immediate fun rather than reward based from practicing. So a general majority of the spinners find more enjoyment from spinning in their comfort zone rather than actively improving. A large majority. I know some people who actually like practicing. And although it's contradictory to what I said earlier, we progress much slower compared to other boards. And I can say this with absolute certainty because a huge percentage of you are watching while spinning, right? But not many of you are actually practicing. And what I mean by that is you're not actively making corrections, you're not digesting information, and you're not even looking at the pen. You're probably on some other site. Also, an interesting reason that Barron pointed out was that we have such a high turnover rate because, and this corresponds to the previous points, is because once spinners reach the level that they wanted to, where they could do the flashy tricks, they quit. And that's important because we don't get any spinners that improve, or we don't get any forward progress in our board, but rather we get a higher concentration of newer spinners. Another important reason under cultural difference as to why UPSB is so shitty is because spinners engage in a lot less critical thinking compared to other boards. We don't figure things out for ourselves, and instead we ask better spinners. And that's a huge issue because the more we ask people, the more handicapped we become. If you want to improve, you need to understand conceptually how things work, and that means that you have to analyze things yourself. You need to watch videos in slow motion, and then you need to try them yourself, and then you need to test out new concepts or ways to adapt the same concept or method, but in different forms or in different finger slots, etc. Smaller reasons as to why that are farther apart from cultural difference is the geography. And I say this because most spinners meet up, Jeb spinners and KPDS spinners meet up daily, basically. They meet up so regularly, and it helps them feel more engaged in the community as a whole. And it really motivates someone to spin when you're doing it with other people. And lastly, another small reason I'd like to address that is different from the other two is the infrastructure. And I say this because Jeb spinners, they message each other, they discuss things on almost every SNS, and they Skype regularly, which I think is pretty cool, to be honest. Alright guys, sorry this was so brief, but I hope I gave you guys a general understanding as to why we're so bad. And to be honest, even though I gave you the basic ideas, I don't think it'll really change any of your mindsets. You have to actually apply it, so yeah.